beautiful night of racing action here with the lineup is Chris Coogan. All right, starting on the pole in the 11th seat. Outside in the 77 L, that is feature winner this year, Buddy Leafley. Second row on the inside is the 1M of Davon Marino, and on the outside, starting fourth, is the 14N of Dwight Nichols. Third row on the inside, 39, that is Josh Fellows, and on his outside, the 70 of Larry Taylor. Rounding out the field out of Inlet, New York, is the 1D of Paul D. Ryder. And Paul's got a feature win to his credit this year in the Novice Sportsman as well, on one of the first couple weeks of the year. So, here we go, Ricky Breed. Good to see Ricky back atop the flag stand here as we'll see the green flag at the VP Racing Fuel barrels in turns 3 and 4. All starts and restarts will be in between the blue barrels, not before, as if you get docked for trying to start the race before you reach the VP Racing Fuel start firing point, you will be docked 2 spots from your original starting position. So Austin Cooper and Buddy Leafley will bring the field to the green here in ENV Energy Novice Sportsman Heat Race number 1. 6 laps the length. All will qualify. The green flag is out. Heat Race number 1 is underway here this evening. Number 77L, Buddy Leafley, as he picks up the first heat race win of the night. Heat race number 2 for the ENV Energy Novice Sportsman coming onto the racing surface, starting on the pole on the Fulton, New York. And the Flood Drive Properties RMR number 33B, that is Brianna Murtaugh, to her outside. And the Tech Energy and Technology, Laughlin Metal Recyclers, ECC LLC number 16, that is Jason Brazee. And happy, I gotta believe that's a typo, it says 6th, but I think it's 16th birthday to Jason Brazee from your biggest fan, Matthew Rhines. Oh no, happy 6th birthday to Jason Brazee's biggest fan, Matthew Rhines. Okay, Matthew, it's your 6th birthday today. I totally misread that, so happy birthday, Matthew. All right. Mikey White will start on the inside of row number 2 on the outside. It's supposed to be the 42L of Jason Lopes as he'll get back in position there. Then we got the 13K of Scott Klein and Savannah LaFleur in the Karen Sewing Room, number 16X. So the field being told to assemble here 2 by 2, 3 rows deep. It'll be Murtaugh, Brazee, row 1. White, Lopes, row 2. Klein and LaFleur in row number 3. Again, 6 laps the length. All cars will qualify to tonight's feature event. And it's all about starting position here in the heat racing action here. 6 laps in length. Ricky Breed ready to throw that green flag. It is out. We're back underway. Heat race number 2 underway. First and only late model heat race on the racetrack. Here's Chris with the lineup.
Starting on the pole, number 30 out of Oneida, New York. It is Dave Moyer. On his outside, going away in the second spot, the 160 in the second row on the inside. 193 Jag on the central square. That is Sean Pearson. And on his outside will be the 13-2 of Harry Halliday. Brett Melton, and on his outside, the 3X of Kevin Cook. Fourth row on the inside, 19 leader.
between Moyer, Fleming, the 91 of Holman, all right there in the mix. As he races number 1, the American Lights on the racetrack, starting on the pole in the hot foot building system, double deuce out of Fulton. That is Kyle Demo. Kyle broke his arm a couple weeks ago. Fell off a ladder, actually. Was lucky that was the extent of the breakage. And he's been sitting out for a couple weeks. Still has the cast on, but is behind the wheel of the 22 here tonight. To his outside, the 11X, that is Jack Lyon. Hook 2 on the inside, third starting spot, the 99 of Tom Mackey. To the outside in the number 8 machine. That is not the 8 ball of Kelly Skinner. That is the number 8 of Harley Brown. Then we got the 155. That is Clayton Brewer III, the number 19 machine. Out there as well, Brad Harris, the 16 Axis. Casey Sykes, the 10W of JW. Tom Mackey, he's fast if he can avoid the wall. Tough break for Mackey. This is the second time in the last 2 nights that he's been up to the front battling for a win of some kind before just barely nicking the wall, ending his night. Thankfully for him, he was able to hold it down enough not to hit a concrete barrier that time in the infield. And unfortunately, he'll just head to the tail in the 55 of Joe Garofalo in the next row, Magic Mike Mullen in the 06, and Jason Primo in the 5. That is your field here for American Mountain Bike Heat Race number 2. As they'll see the white flag being displayed, they'll get the green next time. VP Racing Fuels making PowerPoint. Again, it's Dibble and Osborne, row 1. Wayne Dibble in row 1. Tristan Dibble in the 4, row number 2, then inside to the outside. The Danway Newspapers, American Dicing number 16. New look. Put on that machine just a few weeks ago for Tucker Halliday. Then it's Roger Olszewski and Joe Garofalo in row number 3. Magic Mike Wong with the Scribe Italian sponsored 06, and Jason Primo out of Winthrop, New York in the number 5. So here we go. Dibble and Osborne will bring the field to full song here at the VP Racing Fuels making PowerPoint there. Green flag is up. heat race number 1 for the Tracy Road Equipment Modifieds onto the racetrack, and here is how we'll line them off, starting on the pole out of Rome, New York. The Auto Works sponsored ride, that is Joe Shields. The outside of Shields out of Rock Creek, New York. Richardson Farms 10R, that is Ryan Richardson. Room 2 on the inside, third starter, the Red Hat Sports Products, Jacobson Farms, number 0 is the Wild Man. Fourth rush again, his outside, the EMS. Troyer, number 60, NF Captain Gill. Room number 3 on the inside, fifth starter. In car number 21, each out of Fulton is Mount Henry. His outside out of Edwards, New York, RJ Tressier in the 21R. Row 4 to the inside out of Chittenango, New York, and a 369. That blue and blue numbered ride, that is Jim Walsh to his outside, the MP delivery. Number M1 out of Cuba, New York, that is Dave Martinelli, your final starter here on the field at EMS. 27 CB, Chris Bonowski out. And a backup ride here tonight. So Chris Bonowski getting his first 358 start of the year in the 27 CB. So it's Shields, Richardson, Bresnahan, Gill, Henry, Tressier, Walsh, Martinelli, and Bonowski. Your field for modified heat race number 1 is they'll see the green flag right about there. It is out clear and away. Heat race number 1. Kingsley joining us here tonight. Jimmy Phelps also bringing the small block out to shake things down before Super Dirt Week here. As it's Stanton and Zacharias on the front row for this one. Green flag. Speedway third, Justin Crisopoli fourth, your car's in through the handicap, and Lucas Fuller, your last qualified car, finishing in position number 5. Heat race number 4. For the modifieds on the racetrack, here's Chris to the lineup.
All right, thanks, man. Starting on the pole, the 24K, the Parish Pistol of Nick Krause, and on his outside out pole, in the Power Seal 31, that is Corey Parker. Second row inside, Giant Gap pole. All the way, third row inside will be the Mullen Industrial 62X of Tim Sears Jr., and on his outside, the Syracuse Haulers 32R of Ronnie Davis III. Final row to the inside will be the Flash 28, that is J. Mac George McCready joining the Speedway, and in the normally Garrett Rushmore 24R tonight we will find Glenn Fast Forward making his return to the Fulton Speedway.
Good to see Glenn back behind the wheel, modified here, albeit not his normal 7C here tonight. The Morrisville, New York native, looking to have a nice run for himself in the Garrett Rushlow owned number 24R. So Krause and Parker will bring the field to the green here for heat race number 4 for the Tracy Burkwood modified. And the Eric Grant Painting and Sheetrock EDX, that is Mike Button. 2 buttons outside of the 71R car, that is Rachel Zacharias. She'll go off from the 4th spot. Row number 3 on the inside, 5th starter in the 00W First Class Auto Sales Hawthorne Property Service number 00W. That is Wade Chrisman to Chrisman's outside. In the CMP Enterprises number 31B, it's supposed to be Ryan Nowhere. Row number 4, 7th starter. And then NYE Automotive Group number 8, that is Bush, Alan Fink. Then we got the New York Valley, New York native, and the Timber Wolf Fire Processing 284 of Jamie Koplowski. And Fire Swamp out of Akwesasne in the Medicine Place Riley Ford sponsored number 88. Fire Swamp raced at Brewery. Had a drive shaft break. He changed it in an Applebee's parking lot this afternoon to get out here and race tonight here at the high banks of the Fulton Speedway. Gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Here we go. Green is out. He raced the on that number 31 machine, and right now looked pretty good in his heat race. Heat race number 2 on the racetrack. I believe this one's yours.
Going away on the pole, on pole will be the 5K of Matt Kitts, and on his outside out of Evansville will be the one of Jack Meeks. Second row on the inside in the 79, that is Jeff Prentice, and on his outside out of Mexico, the 5 of Amy Holland. Going away third row inside in the 04 tonight, that'll be Chris Bonofsky. On his outside out of Fulton in the 5G, that is Tim Guru out of Fulton. And final row out of Cicero in the number 71, that is Tim Fulter. And rounding out the field in the Z4 out of Mexico, that is J.J. Corsi.
Dynamite, J.J. Corsi.
He'll take it one extra lap here, just run in the high side of the Speedway just a little bit. But the white flag now out from starter Ricky Green. And the field will fire between the two blue BP Racing barrels in between turns number 3 and 4.
Absolutely. So kids, Meeks Chris Bonofsky in the 04, and Tim Grew in the 5G. And then the 71R of Fulton and the Z4 of J.J. Corsi. So we'll see how this one shakes out. 8 laps, all qualified, top 6 in through the handicap. The green flag is out in the hand of Ricky Ray and waiting. Rounding out the field there for heat race number 2 for the Sportsman. Heat race number 3 immediately coming on the racing surface, starting on the pole in the teal pro car. Number 48 out of Fulton, Care Backus to the outside of Backus, the Butler disposal system. Number 33, Max, also out of Fulton, Memphis Rapid, Greg Miller. Row 2 on the inside, third starting spot, the GT Automotive, and number 39 out of North Syracuse, New York, it's Richie Riggs. The outside of Richie, the Meltdown Motorsports 51, that is Jimmy Moyer out of Oneida. Fleet Repairs 21 of Quinn Wallace will start 5th. Emmett Waldron out of Savannah, New York will start from the 6th box. Brandon Carvey in the 13th Hour Rising Haunted Hayride number 19C. And then we got Bam Bam, Brock Pinderus out of Elmville. He is 11 years old. Let me give you a little bit of background because we're going one more lap. Bam Bam Brock Pinderus, 11-year-old out of Elmville, New York. He raced slingshots at the age of 6. He has 30-plus wins in that division. He had his first win at 5 Mile, running in the Sportsman. It's his second time here. Last night at Malta, he won the Dash for Cash. He won his heat, and he finished 4th in the feature, all at the ripe young age of 11. And got to meet the young man during the pre-race here tonight, and Elmville, New York native will be fun to watch in the 5P. 11 years old, will start from position number 8. So here we go, Backus and Miller will bring the field to the green off at turn number 4. Green flag is out on the way with heat race. Could be a whole host of things. As once you get up in the rough stuff, it could be any number of things. Could be a shock, some on the rear end. As we'll see if the as the tow truck will assess what's going on here with the 21W machine, and that will slow the field down. Rapid Rick Miller, your leader. Kira back is second. And according to timing and scoring, Jimmy Moyer is third over Richie Riggs. Then it is 19 C.F. Carvey, the 5 from Pinkston, and then Brandon Carvey. It's actually Pinderus. Pay no mind to the race monitor. It looks like a rear end on the Quinn Wallace number 21W. So we'll see to the extent of the damage. Maybe we'll see him out here for the features. Yeah, it's Chris Plumbing out here trying to shake that number 10 down. As remember, he had some trouble in his heat race. Everything was all fixed up
at the beginning throughout that race, and then something went amiss right on the last lap. So hopefully Chris has made repairs to that number 10, and we'll see him later shaking it down, seeing if everything is all right on that number 10. Billy Cars and Whitaker's late model.
As you see the field going single file, trying to run up the cushion a little bit, as Mother Nature providing us some extra moisture in the racetrack. And if you're a sprint car driver or a USAC wingless driver, you see a cushion like that, you're salivating. For the modifieds, and maybe in the big block or a small block, you'd enjoy putting that right rear on the cushion, but more character than we're used to seeing here at the Speedway. I anticipate that being moved up a little bit during the track farming session, as depending on what part of the country you go to, we call it track grooming. Some of the drivers and some of the cars in the Midwest, they're going to have a farming session. So we're going to have a farming session, not a track grooming session during the intermission.
I guess you go with what you know.
It makes sense, you're using farming equipment, backhoe or a loader, farming equipment. We call it a farming session. We'll try to get that trending here in the East Coast.
Wallace safely off the Speedway. Field back in double file rows, getting ready to resume heat race number 3
and 6. The leader gets to choose the lane here, Chris, and it looks like Miller electing the high side of the Speedway here on the restart. And we haven't seen that all night here to this point.
Yeah, see if it works out for
potentially heat race winner if he could have held on to now back of the pack here on the restart.
He's got 5 laps to try to make his way back towards the front. And the green flag back out. Jimmy Moyer, your race leader. Apparently the tips from his father are working out fairly well right now.
Yeah, we'll have to bust on Jimmy here a little bit tonight, as he's been close. And Todd, you were here when we were talking to him pre-race, and he says Jimmy's dad was razzing on him a little bit, saying, I know what I need to do to change the car, and he's like, maybe a little bit. So he's kind of like half bought into his father's advice. I wonder if he fully bought into what his dad had to say tonight, as the car looks pretty stout so far in heat race number 3. Jumped down to a 1.6 second lead over Backus and company here, and this one before the yellow came out. So it's Moyer, Backus, Penderis, Carby, then Penderis. Then we have the Emmett Waldron, number 4, and the 33 of Rick Miller. Tough break again for Rick. You don't often see a modified or a sportsman jump out of gear, and that seemed to be the case on the 33 machine, and hasn't quite come back here. We ran 2 laps and still there in the number 6 spot.
39 of Riggs gets it righted and headed in the right direction, rejoining the field.
So being told via the scores there that there was some contact between Miller and Riggs, so Miller going to have to go to the backs, and Riggs going to get a spot next to Emmett Waldron here, and we'll restart this 6th spot in heat race number 3, as there was some contact there between Miller and Riggs. We're back to green here at the highway. Into the handicap, rapid Rick Miller grabs that 6th and final handicap spot. So Moyer, Backus, Carby, Penderis, Riggs, and Miller, your cars in through the handicap there into heat race number 3. Heat race number 4 on to the racetrack.
All right, Dot Booth, Sportsman heat race number 4. On the pole, the 30 out of Fulton, that is Mike Root on his outside. On a North Syracuse, the 06 of Dorian Woodall. Second row inside, the 77L of Ed Mango, and on his outside, the 2K of Josh Mobile on his Hartford. Third row inside will be the 6 of Cody Manita, and on his outside, the 9D of Brett Draper. Final row inside will find our points leader and multi-time feature winner of the 33X of Matt Janzik. And on his outside, newcomer here tonight, the 9S of Bentley Gray.
Yeah, Bentley Gray ran with us last night over at the Fulton Speedway as well. And him and Fire Swamp running the Fulton Gauntlet here this weekend.
Good to have them joining us here. I think their normal tracks that rain down are not scheduled to race this weekend, so we appreciate them coming down and trying their luck here at our speedways.
Absolutely, and maybe a tune-up here for the Outlaw 200 weekend, as the Outlaw 200 and Hurricane 75 tickets will be going on sale here shortly on our websites, BrewertonSpeedway.com and FultonSpeedway.com. There is a button on both websites for the tickets. They will be on sale here later in the week, next week. So here we go, green flag will fly, root and put on, brings it. saying, they were battling rub rail to rub rail. That was a whole lot more than some rub rail there, that entire lap. And unfortunately for Manita, his heat race will end prematurely on the hook. So that erases the pretty sizable lead that Dorian Woodon had over the rest of the field. He had a 2.1 second gap over Root, Amadio, Draper, Lucas, Janzik, and Gray. And there's also reports of debris in turn number one. Yep, a pretty sizable amount of debris in turn number one. I'd lead it to believe in the color that it is, that it might be off the 9 of Brent Draper's machine. Might be a side skirt on the left side, from what I can see over here.
Safety crews going to the attention of the 6 of Manita off of turn 4. Also going to pick up that piece of debris in turn number 1.
And I gotta say it again, the track crew here, it poured at around 4:50 earlier here tonight, and the track crew went right to work after they got the signal that we were going to try to go racing tonight. They brought out the packer, they brought out the tiller, they did a masterful job of getting this track back together, and then we made a call to the pit area, all drivers in all divisions to come out and help us pack the track in. Most all of them answered the call, and we appreciate their efforts as well, as racing surface pretty good shape so far here tonight, despite all of the laps put on it already. And I believe the track crew is going to make it even wider here for us during the farming session, and we should have ourselves a pretty racy night at the Speedway. Want to thank Ingles Performance once again for sponsoring tonight's racing action, as they've been a long-time partner as far as I've been here at the Speedway. They've supported us, and we want to welcome them again for joining us here tonight, located on 413 Beesaw Road, and they're hooking us up with a 50-50 second place prize. Hannah and Kenzie out there tonight selling 50-50 tickets. The first place prize is the money. The second place prize is the helmet. It is a Kinetic Thrive Fly blue and white helmet, extra large. And if you want to take a look on what that looks like, it is on the Fulton Speedway Facebook page. That is the second place prize. And then the third prize is 2 GA tickets to the Wild Animal Park. They're in Lakeport Road in Chittenango. So wave down the 50-50 girls. Get yourself a ticket. You have 3 chances to win tonight. Good to be back here at the high banks of the Fulton Speedway. And it's tough break for Manita again, going off on the hook. Hopefully his crew able to get that Keo put back together and in good shape here for the feature event, as the field being told to double them up. See the green and the BP Racing Fuels making PowerPoint barrels in turns 3 and 4. Wood on to the inside, Root to his outside, then it's Amadio, Draper, Lucas, the 33 of Janzik, and the 9 of Bentley Gray. Yes, that is a number 9. Part of our track packing efforts, he is caked full of mud. So here we go. Ricky Breed's ready here, ready out, ready. Let's get ready. 4 down, 4 to go. Here in heat number 4.
out your field.
So pretty solid heat racing all around. Brett Draper looked impressive, finishing second in heat race number 4. Dorian went on with the win. Janzik making his way up to the number 3 spot. Heat race number 5 of 6 for the Novice Sportsman. On the pole for this one, the around town hitting it from the courts in motion. The west end doing in recovery number 92. That is Andrew Buff. Row 2 on the inside, third starting spot, the TK2 Motorsports. 315 Reality Partners, number 5, Katie. That is Kyle Devendorf to the outside of Kyle. Pioneers Window Manufacturing, Dixon Race Products, STR Trailer Repair. Number 14, AJ out of Fulton, New York. That is AJ Miller. Miller in the 14, he'll start from position number 4. Third row on the inside, fifth start of the Roadhouse 48 Bar and Grill. Number 19J out of Phoenix, that is Joe Klein to the outside of Klein. Also JP's Tavern, the new sponsor there on the 19J. To the outside of the 19J, the Fast Line Performance, number 3M out of Rome, that is Chris Mackey. Row 4, 7th starter, that white vehicle, duct tape numbers. Graphics don't make you go fast, he'll prove it. That's Austin Germinio out of Warner. And to the outside of him, making his first start of the 2021 campaign, Taylor Doxter in car number 2. So again, we're going to see 8 laps, all qualifying, 6 to the handicap. Smith and Buff bringing the field to the green.
the 2 of Doxter, and the 14 AJ of Miller. Rounding out your feet.
Sixth and final heat race for the Novice Sportsman on to the racetrack. Here's Chris with the lineup.
On the pole, out of Clay in the Sears Contracting A3X, that'll be Brett Sears, and on his outside, the 262, Matt Richards. Row number 2 on the inside, 2-time feature winner here in the Speedway this year out of Cato, that's the 99 Illinois. And on his outside, will be last night's feature winner. over at the Brewerton Speedway, the Rocket. Richard Berton III. 64 on Central Square. That is Tyler Corcoran, and his outside out of Oneida will be the 51X of Dave Moyer, also a feature winner here this year. Next row back in the 29B here tonight, that will be Jacob Dupra. And rounding out the field, in the number 9, newcomer here with us tonight out of Elmira, New York, that is Steve Schrader. Steve Schrader is number 9, joining us from the southern tier here this evening.
Yeah, as the month of money approaching, you'll see more and more cars here at the tail end of the racing season to get ready for that big Outlaw 200 weekend. So Brett Sears, Matt Richardson, row 1, the Hammer, Mike Phelps, Richard Marjob, row 2, row 3, we'll see Corcoran, Moyer, Dupra in the 29B, and Schrader in the 9. As Ricky Breed ready to go, 8 laps in length, all will qualify, 6 into the handicap.